Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the problem minimum operations to equalize array. So yeah, this was asked in LeetCode contest, weekly contest 466. So let's read out the problem. You are given an integer array nums of length n. In one operation choose any subarray nums from left L to R. L is greater than or equals to 0, less than or equals to R, and R is greater than or equals to L and less than n. And replace each element in that subarray with the bitwise AND of all the elements. Okay, return the minimum number of operations required to make all elements of nums equal. So a subarray is a contiguous non-empty sequence of elements within an array. Okay, got it. So let's take first example. We have 1 2. So in the first example what we have is we have 1 and 2. So if you see, this is the array, n is 2, which is basically length of the array, and let me call array as A. If you see, the elements are not equal in this, right? Since elements are not equal, you need to perform the operation what they have said. What they have said is you will have to choose this nums. This is actually nums. So nums from left to right, such that this left is greater than or equals to 0, less than or equals to R, and this R is greater than or equals to L and less than N. N is basically size of the array, that is saying. And whatever subarray you have chosen, so within this subarray, what you will have to do is you'll have to take every element nums of I, and you have to bitwise AND with all other elements, right? So it will be from L to nums of L plus 1 and up to so on nums of R, right? So if you do the AND operation, whatever value you are getting, you will take it in val, and that value you can be inserted into in the subarray. In basically from left to right, whatever elements is there, you need to replace with the AND operation all the subarray. Let's take in this example the subarray to be the whole array. If you take the whole array, so 1 can be written in bitwise as 1 0 and 2 can be written as 1 comma 0. If you do AND operation, you are getting 0. So since you have taken the entire subarray, so what you will be doing is you will be inserting the AND of the entire subarray, which is 0 we have got. So once you have done this, basically you have done one operation. One operation in the sense you have taken entire subarray, you have done AND operation, and whatever element you've got, you have just put in here. So so if you can see here, now the entire so array elements are 0. If that is the case, then it is a valid, right? So how many operations you have done? You have done only one operation, so one will have to return it. So in the first case you have one. Let me take the second example. In the second example we have is n is 3, basically length of the array is 3, and all the elements are 5. So if you can see, since all the elements are equal, you don't need to do anything, right? You don't take any subarray and with those elements. You don't have to do. Final thing what they're asking is in the final array, all the elements has to be equal. That's it. Since the initial array has equal elements, all elements are equal. So in this case, you will have to not do any operation, so which is 0. So see, now let me take one more example. Let's say you have nums of array as this and n is 5. Okay, so no matter what subarray you are taking, let's say you are taking this, or let's say you are taking this. Let's say when you are taking these two, right? So 2 is written as this way and 3 is written this in binary, and will give you 2. So basically what you will be doing is now this 2 subarray this subarray you have taken, so its value is 2 in the binary, this is 2. So you will be replacing entire element with 2. So one operation you have done, but still after doing one operation, what you are saying is that the entire subarray is not equal, right? So okay, now let me take one more. I want to take these 3. If you want to take these 3, this is 2 in bitwise, this is 3 in bitwise, and this is 4 in bitwise. If you try to take AND, so AND is 0, right? So what you will be doing is you will be basically replacing all these elements with 0. So even if you are doing that, so if you can see, still all the elements are not equal. So if you can think of this way, and it is obviously possible that when you take the entire array, right, what I was telling is basically when you take these two, so your element was having 2 2, but all the elements are not equal. So in that case you'll have to do again operation one more time, right? So you're doing more operations, and whenever I took these 3 elements, so I had replaced the all elements with 0 because and of all these 3 0. Still there are elements which are not equal. Still the array is not equal, right? All the elements of the array are not equal. So again you will be doing the same operation as specified in the question, this operations. So one thing, if you can see, if you take the entire array and with that, so this is 0, sorry 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. So its and will be 0. So now if you replace all the elements with 0, so all the elements are equal, right? So you have replaced all the elements with 0, all elements are equal, and you have done only one operation. So this problem comes out to be that if you happen to find all the elements of the array are equal, so in that case you'll have to return 0. If array had different elements, so in that case you will have to return 1, because in that case you will be taking the entire array as a subarray, and you will be taking AND of that, and whatever value you will getting, you will be replacing entire elements with that value. So once you do that once you do that, so your entire array elements will be equal, and you have done only one operation. So yeah, I think in this way we can solve the problem. So what we need to do is we'll take one bool variable as answer, which initially let's say it's true. Why I'm taking that, I'll be telling you. I'll be taking n as size of the nums array. I'll be running from 1 till n. Basically I'll be comparing the elements. If nums of I minus 1 not equals to nums of I, so if it happens to be that one of the elements are not equal, I mean array elements are not equal, so in that case your answer, let me call it as false, which means or let me don't call answer, I'll call this as equal, which indicates key in the array all the elements are equal or not. So if previous element and current element are not equal, this means array don't have all elements as equal. So yeah, we have got as not equal. So as I showed in the board, when element is not equal, so in that case you will have to return 1, or else if elements are equal you will have to return 0. So we'll check if equal. If it is true, then you will have to return 0 or else 1. Let's try to run it. It is running fine. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, it got accepted and it beats 100% of the user. So in this way you could have solved the problem. And if you try to analyze the time complexity, this is taking O of n, so it is linear, and space is O of 1. We are not taking any space. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.